Can you name the organ in your body that filters over 700 toxins every single day, yet receives almost no attention until it is already failing? After 60, your liver loses up to 40% of its detox power, meaning hundreds of toxins build up daily inside your body. That brain fog, that stubborn bloat, that exhaustion you blame on aging, it may not be aging at all. And the expensive detox pills millions of people take every morning? Research suggests they are doing almost nothing. Today, we rank 8 common kitchen spices by how powerfully they reactivate your liver's phase 2 detox pathway, and the number 1 combination increases absorption by 2,000%. Before we start, drop your age and where you are watching from in the comments. I read every single one. Nobody tells you the truth about what happens to your liver after 60. Your liver processes over 700 different toxins every single day, from food additives, pollution, medications, and even the byproducts your own body produces. But after age 60, research published by the National Institute on Aging confirms that liver detox capacity drops by nearly 40%. That means toxins that used to be neutralized within hours are now sitting in your bloodstream far longer than they should. The mechanism behind this is a 2-stage process. Phase 1 breaks toxins into smaller fragments. Phase 2, called conjugation, is where your liver actually neutralizes and prepares them for removal. After 60, Phase 2 slows down dramatically, and that is exactly where the problem begins. The result is not dramatic. It is quiet. Brain fog in the morning, bloating after meals, a tiredness that sleep cannot fix. Now here is what the supplement industry will never tell you. Most detox pills target Phase 1 only, leaving Phase 2 completely unaddressed. They look impressive on the label, but miss the step that actually matters. The real solution has been sitting in your kitchen this entire time. We ranked 8 natural spices from least to most powerful at reactivating Phase 2, and the one at the very top will genuinely surprise you. The shortest path to a cleaner, stronger liver starts right here, and it begins at the bottom of our list. Number 8. Cayenne pepper. Most people think of cayenne as just a spice that makes food hot, but there is a real biochemical reason it made this list. The active compound is capsaicin, and it works by stimulating bile production in the liver by approximately 7%, according to research from the University of California. Bile is the fluid your liver uses to carry waste out of the body, so even a modest increase matters. Capsaicin also improves blood circulation to the liver itself, meaning more oxygen and nutrients reach liver cells that are already under stress. Here is how to use it. Add a small pinch, roughly 1/8 of a teaspoon, to warm water or soup once daily, preferably in the morning with food. Do not take it on an empty stomach, especially if you have any history of digestive sensitivity, because capsaicin can irritate the stomach lining at higher doses. For kidney patients specifically, this is important. Start with the smallest amount and observe how your body responds over the first week. The reason cayenne ranks last is simple. It supports circulation and bile flow, but it does not directly activate Phase 2 detox enzymes. Think of it as clearing the road, but not fixing the engine. Number 7. Cinnamon and cloves. These 2 kitchen staples contain powerful antioxidants, specifically eugenol in cloves and cinnamaldehyde in cinnamon, both of which help reduce oxidative stress in liver cells. A study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that cinnamon supplementation reduced liver enzyme markers associated with inflammation by up to 29% in participants with fatty liver disease. However, there is a warning here that most videos completely ignore. Not all cinnamon is the same. Cassia cinnamon, which is the most common variety sold in supermarkets, contains high levels of coumarin. The European Food Safety Authority has established that coumarin at regular doses can actually cause liver toxicity, particularly in people with pre-existing liver or kidney conditions. Always choose Ceylon cinnamon, sometimes labeled true cinnamon, which contains almost no coumarin. For cloves, half a teaspoon of ground cloves in warm water or herbal tea once a day is sufficient. For Ceylon cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon added to oatmeal or warm milk in the morning works well. Both spices rank 7th, because while their antioxidant benefits are real, their direct impact on Phase 2 detox pathways is minimal compared to what comes next. Number 6. Rosemary and lemon peel. This combination is underestimated in almost every health discussion, and that is a mistake. Rosemary contains rosmarinic acid and carnosol, two compounds that have been shown in research from the National Cancer Institute to upregulate glutathione S-transferase, one of the core enzymes responsible for Phase 2 conjugation in the liver. Lemon peel contains a compound called d-limonene, which a study published in Chemico-Biological Interactions confirmed can increase the activity of detox enzymes in liver tissue by stimulating the NRF2 pathway, the master switch for antioxidant production. The honest limitation here is dosage. To achieve the enzyme-stimulating effects seen in studies, you need consistent and meaningful amounts, not just a sprinkle. A practical approach is to brew 1 tablespoon of fresh rosemary in hot water for 10 minutes as a tea, and to add freshly grated lemon zest, not just lemon juice, to your meals daily. The zest contains far higher concentrations of d-limonene than the juice. Take this combination in the early afternoon, when your liver's detox activity naturally peaks in its second daily cycle. For kidney patients, rosemary in food amounts is safe, but rosemary supplements in concentrated extract form should be discussed with a doctor first due to potential interactions with certain blood pressure medications. Number 5. Schisandra berry. This is where the list moves from support to genuine liver regeneration. Schisandra, known in traditional Chinese medicine for over 1,000 years, contains a group of compounds called schisandrins. Research published by the American Journal of Chinese Medicine demonstrated that Schisandrin B specifically increases mitochondrial glutathione levels in liver cells, meaning it helps the liver produce more of its own master antioxidant from within. Glutathione is not something you can take in a pill and expect to absorb. The body must manufacture it internally. Schisandra provides the raw biochemical signal that tells liver cells to increase that production. One clinical study showed a 28% increase in serum glutathione levels after 8 weeks of consistent Schisandra supplementation. The most practical way to use it is as a tea or tincture. 2 grams of dried Schisandra berries steeped in hot water for 15 minutes, taken once daily in the morning, is a reasonable starting dose. The taste is unusual, simultaneously sour, sweet, salty, bitter, and pungent. But that complexity is actually why traditional medicine classified it as a complete tonic. For older adults managing kidney disease alongside liver concerns, Schisandra has shown no nephrotoxic effects in available literature, though your physician should be aware of any new supplement you begin. Number 4. Ginger, fennel, and cardamom. This trio works as a team, and the science behind the combination is more interesting than any one of them alone. Gingerols and ginger relax the smooth muscle lining of bile ducts, allowing bile to flow more freely and reducing the backlog of toxins waiting to be processed. Fennel contains anethole, a compound that has been shown to increase glutathione levels by up to 37% in animal studies published in Phytomedicine, which is a significant figure even accounting for the difference between animal and human research. Cardamom contributes by reducing liver inflammation markers, including ALT and AST, as documented in a 2020 study from King Saud University. Together, this combination addresses 3 separate problems at once: blocked bile flow, low glutathione, and chronic low-grade liver inflammation. Each of those 3 problems independently makes Phase 2 detox slower and less effective. Use them this way. Brew a tea using 1 teaspoon of fresh grated ginger, half a teaspoon of fennel seeds, and 2 crushed cardamom pods in hot water for 10 minutes. Drink this in the afternoon, particularly after your largest meal of the day, when bile demand is highest. The taste is naturally sweet and warming, which many older adults find easier to maintain as a daily habit than more bitter remedies. Number 3. Milk thistle and dandelion root. These two are probably the most clinically researched liver herbs on this entire list. Milk thistle contains silymarin, a group of flavonoids that have been studied in over 300 clinical trials. A meta-analysis published in the American Journal of Gastroenterology found that silymarin significantly reduced liver enzyme elevation in patients with chronic liver disease, with some studies showing reductions in ALT levels of up to 35% over 12 weeks. What silymarin does mechanically is block toxins from binding to liver cell membrane receptors, stimulate the synthesis of new liver cells by activating ribosomal RNA, and increase intracellular glutathione by up to 35%, as demonstrated in research from the Liver Research Center in Berlin. Dandelion root complements this by acting as a gentle cholagogue, meaning it promotes bile secretion and flow, helping carry processed toxins out of the liver more efficiently. A study published in Evidence-Based Complementary and Alternative Medicine confirmed dandelion root's ability to increase bile output and support Phase 2 detoxification pathways. For practical use, standardized milk thistle extract containing 70 to 80% silymarin at 150 milligrams taken twice daily with meals is the dose most consistently used in clinical studies. Dandelion root tea, brewed from 1 tablespoon of dried root in hot water for 15 minutes, can be taken in the evening. For kidney patients, this combination is generally considered safe, and dandelion root's mild diuretic effect may actually support kidney function, though fluid intake should be monitored carefully based on your individual kidney status. Number 2. Cilantro, parsley, and lemon. This combination targets something the others do not: heavy metal accumulation. After decades of exposure to environmental toxins, many older adults carry measurable amounts of lead, mercury, and cadmium stored in body tissues. These metals directly interfere with liver enzyme function and slow Phase 2 conjugation. Cilantro contains compounds that bind to heavy metal ions in the bloodstream, a process called chelation, making them water-soluble so the kidneys and liver can eliminate them. Research published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology demonstrated cilantro's significant mobilization of lead and mercury deposits in animal models. Parsley adds apigenin and myristicin, 2 flavonoids that stimulate the production of glutathione and activate the enzyme system responsible for Phase 2 detox. Lemon provides vitamin C, which regenerates oxidized glutathione back into its active form, essentially recycling your liver's own antioxidant supply. A practical daily method is a simple green shot. Blend 1 small handful each of fresh cilantro and parsley with the juice of half a lemon and 4 ounces of water. Drink this first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, so absorption is not competed with food digestion. For kidney patients, parsley in large supplement doses can increase oxalate load, so stick to fresh food amounts rather than concentrated extracts, and discuss with your nephrologist if you have a history of kidney stones. And now we reach the top of the list. Number 1 is not just the most powerful spice for liver Phase 2 detox. It is the one where the difference between doing it correctly and doing it wrong is the difference between full effect and almost no effect at all. The specific combination and exact ratio matter more than most people realize. And that is exactly what we are going to break down next. The formula I use to actually get curcumin into my liver, and not just pass it straight through my digestive system, comes down to 3 ingredients, working together in one specific ratio: turmeric, black pepper, and coconut oil. Here is the problem that nobody explains properly. Turmeric on its own is almost useless for liver detox, not because curcumin, its active compound, is weak. It is actually one of the most studied natural anti-inflammatories in modern biochemistry. A landmark review published by the National Institutes of Health confirmed that curcumin directly activates NRF2, the same master switch that controls Phase 2 detox enzyme production in the liver. It also suppresses NF-κB, the primary driver of chronic liver inflammation. The problem is absorption. When you consume turmeric alone, your liver metabolizes and eliminates curcumin so rapidly that blood concentrations never reach therapeutically meaningful levels. Studies show that standard curcumin bioavailability is below 1% when taken without enhancement. This is where the combination changes everything. Black pepper contains piperine, a compound that inhibits the intestinal enzymes responsible for breaking curcumin down before it reaches the bloodstream. A study published in Planta Medica found that just 20 milligrams of piperine taken alongside curcumin increased curcumin bioavailability by 2,000% in human subjects. That number is not a typo, 2,000%. Coconut oil solves the second problem. Curcumin is fat-soluble, meaning it cannot dissolve in water, and requires a fat carrier to cross the intestinal wall into the blood. Virgin coconut oil provides medium-chain triglycerides that act as a direct transport vehicle, carrying curcumin through the lymphatic system and into circulation, where it can finally reach liver tissue at meaningful concentrations. The formula is straightforward. Combine 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder with 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper and 1 teaspoon of virgin coconut oil. Stir into a thick paste and take it with your breakfast or any warm meal. Never take it on an empty stomach. Always take it with food to maximize fat absorption. Morning is the ideal time because your liver's phase 2 activity responds best to consistent morning signaling. Getting this formula right is only half the work, though. The other half is what you do with the rest of your day and with the rest of your diet. There is a specific 30-day structure that determines whether these spices gradually rebuild your liver function or simply maintain where you already are. And there are 2 common foods that most older adults eat daily that silently cancel out every benefit we just discussed. What most people never find out about liver recovery is that timing matters just as much as the ingredients themselves. Your liver does not work at a constant pace throughout the day. Research from the University of Texas Southwestern Medical Center confirmed that liver detox enzyme activity follows a circadian rhythm, peaking in 2 distinct windows, one in the morning and one in the mid-afternoon. Building your 30-day plan around these 2 windows is what separates people who feel a real difference from people who take the right things at the wrong time and wonder why nothing changes. Here is how the structure works. Every morning, take your turmeric paste mixture directly with breakfast. This aligns curcumin delivery with the liver's first peak activity window, when phase 2 enzymes are most responsive to biochemical signals. Do not skip breakfast to take it. The coconut oil requires food present in the stomach for proper absorption. In the afternoon, between 2 and 4 o'clock, brew either a ginger and fennel tea or a milk thistle tea. Alternate between the 2 on different days. This maintains continuous glutathione stimulation across the liver's second activity window without overwhelming any single pathway. A 2019 review in Nutrients confirmed that staggered botanical timing produces more sustained enzyme activation than taking everything at once. Now here is the part that undoes all of it if ignored. Refined vegetable oils, specifically soybean, canola, and sunflower oils, generate oxidative byproducts that directly deplete glutathione in liver tissue. Added sugar drives fructose overload, which research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition linked to a 48% faster rate of liver inflammation progression. These 2 dietary factors work against every spice on this list simultaneously. You do not need expensive supplements. You need consistency, correct timing, and the discipline to remove what quietly cancels your progress every single day. Your liver rebuilt itself once. Given the right tools, it can begin doing it again. Your liver has been working silently for you every single day of your life. After 60, it simply needs a little help in return. 8 spices, 2 daily windows, and 1 simple formula. That is genuinely all it takes to begin shifting the direction. Start tomorrow morning with your turmeric paste. Give it 30 days before you judge the results. If this video helped you today, please share it with someone you love who needs to hear this. Leave your age in the comments below. We read every single one. Take care of yourself, and we will see you in the next video.